His Excellency George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African political leader of the year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policy. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honour, peace, and the defence of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading lights, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narrative about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospital except on operation or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working on a profession, you got to step down and protect your country, so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong, and no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their star is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up to be a patriot. You have to stand firm on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away, the regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotic vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people think, what side you want to be on. We just got to stick to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are at the helm of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Nigerian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come. I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism of those who are at the helm of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woe, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
The judge has strapped onto himself an authority that he doesn't have. When specific provisions of the Constitution are raised as subject matter of discussion in a trial, a court of limited jurisdiction, specifically a trial court, does not have the authority to interpret the Constitution. That authority is ascribed to the full bench of the Honorable Supreme Court. So today, the judge had indeed agreed that the former officials of government are immune from any criminal prosecution or judicial inquiry for acts committed or acts carried out while serving as members and statutory members of the National Security Council and principal advisors and agents of the presidency. That immunity of the president that extends to the advisors of the president and the agent. That immunity can never be subjected to judicial review in a court of law. The courts shall refrain from conducting inquiry on the basis that any attempt will compromise national security. If I say it's not the other way around, why we should be protecting the protection of national secrecy. I see the government proceeding to expose national security operations, especially about expenditure during elections to keep this country safe from threats to the elections. It's there with the wisdom of the judge. The next thing is the defendants, the former ministers, of the former officials of government cannot stand trial. Why? Under the due process clause that we have in fact, our cases like the Waddle versus Waddle, the landmark case on due process, before you are convicted, you have the right to question the witnesses, to produce evidence in your favor in order to exonerate yourself.
Before we become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except for coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working on a profession, you have to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide a avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What I let you know yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong, and no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their side is there. And these are things that we're going to be stand up to be a patriot. You have to stand firm on the side of the law because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Some will have to be put in jail. Some will have to even pay the ultimate sacrifice, and nothing shall be more redemptive. Malcolm X said you develop a sit-down attitude, you get a sit-down results existentially and politically. Good afternoon. Thank you so very kindly that you join us for Real Talk on Kings 88.5. We are transmitting from Central Monrovia. Sit with it at the intersection of Randall and Front Streets, adjacent the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation on this 16th day, I said 16th day of July 2025. Grateful we are to God Almighty, the Creator and Sustainer, who keeps watch over us every day. His presence hovers us. His providential care is seen and spoken of. He is the good God, the God who hovers. Kings 88.5, the God who protects each and every one in Kings 88.5, and the same God who holds us together in unity, love, oneness, and understanding. All glory and honor to the God Almighty, the same God who keeps watch over the good and the evil, the bad politicians and good politicians, bad president and good president, bad senator and good senator, just bad people as well as good people. But he punishes the bad president, bad pro tem, bad vice president, just evil in the fullness of his time. He is that God that nobody plays with. We are giving out some cash. Today is Wednesday, 10,000, the King's cash giveaway. You want to start playing, always play, keep playing. 10,000 and 5,000, put the two together, 15,000. You can get your midweek going with 15,000, and tomorrow another 15,000, and tomorrow another 15,000. So you got 450,000. You can do so much. Also, Liberty Fortune Squash, and when the draw is coming up at the weekend, you want to keep playing, always play, never stop playing. You are a candidate. If you don't stop playing, you are a candidate for 1,000 United States dollars. 1,000. You want to be that candidate, and to be that, you have to play as many times, squash as many times, anywhere, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you stop it and squash, and you will be squashing a fortune of 1,000 United States dollars, and that is a liberation for you. King Support Basket, keep dropping. We look up to you. You're doing well. We appreciate everything, but we don't want you to stop dropping, because the basket, the layer is not filled yet. The layer has to fill, and then it moved from the ground layer to the middle layer, and then up. The basket is a large basket. The basket is a large basket, so, and it doesn't have any leakage. So whatever you drop inside, it will be seen. Let's say thank you. Some of you have done extremely well. You stay doing extremely well. We appreciate you. Thank you so very much. But keep dropping whatever you can, whichever the amount, whatever, keep dropping in the basket. Those of you out of Liberia, you got the number on your screen, the send wave 0555 885 885. Those of you in Liberia, 0777 017 885. The name is Abraham Weah. Thank you all. Time is of the essence. You are so great. Bapin Paul Lee, Johnsonville, Mansari Abdullahi, JJY Community, Juju Onewell, Johnsonville, Malu Fofana, 20th Street, Faith Kelvin Bapin, Pipeline Road, Dinan Dennett, Manhattan, your residents, United States, Venetians, Bad Junior, New Town, Claudia de Paul, Muya Sharif, District 9, Cinco, Salowat Corsia, New Georgia Estate, Fatu Konen, Kakata, Saleye, Kemu, District 3, your residents, Voice of Abandoned Districts in Bon County. My dear Gion brother, very good brother, kind-hearted, loving brother. Yeah, the man just like Romancio Latupan cuts across. Good to have you on the show. Stephen Coker from the United States. Leonard Williams, Painesville Red Light, Bassa Town, that's Bassa Town Community. William Massaquoi, Pennsylvania. Benson Dario Victor, Do Community. Samson Carey, District 11. Jack Foley, Tombikai, Broville Bible College Junction, Mark Collier. Okay. Yeah, Mark, the name is Abraham Weah. Abraham Weah. Yeah, that is the name, Mark. Yes. And the send wave is 077-885-885. If you look on the screen, or so I don't think you're on the television, but this is the number. Let me take my time to call it to you, Mark. 0555-885-885. The name is Abraham Weah. Does it, Mark? 055-885-885. You got it now, Mark? Right. So if you got it right, please notify me. Send me a notification. The send wave is 055-885-885. The local mobile money number is 0777 017 885. 0777 885. Those are the two numbers. If you are out of Liberia, 0555 885 885. If you are in Liberia, 0777 885. So I know that you have it now, Mark. Navarro from Toronto, Canada. Good to have you on. Hope that you are faring well. Mark Collier, Painesville, that's Pennsylvania. Jackson C. Pony, Iron Factory, Block C Community, member of Block 13 Intellectual Center. Romancio Latupa, the everlasting chairman. The chairman is now a statutory member of Real Talk. He never missed out on the show, always on. He's on in the morning with Israel, in the afternoon with Sam Andrews, in the evening with AB. He never missed out. The everlasting chairman, chairman for life, Die Hard Jowian. Good to have you on, Mr. Chairman. Emmanuel C. Davids, your comfort zone called well. And the list is just long. Time is of the essence. We've got a couple of things to talk about. Not really a couple of things, probably just one item, because we are on the brink now. We are on the eve. So today's what day? Wednesday? And it is the 16th day. God is good. God set everything into place. Matilda Stevens, hi there to you. I show that you are faring well. Yeah. It said, and it shall come to pass. That's what the Bible says. And it shall come to pass. Meaning, the day that God said, the year that God said, the time, it will come to pass. He said, July 17th to come to pass. We are all upbeat, spirited, enthusiastic. I can't wait for tomorrow. We thank God for nature, but we want God. We want God to keep it as it is. So our prayer to God is, Father, in the name of Jesus, as you have instructed us to put everything unto you and lean not on our own understanding, we pray that tomorrow July 17th, no rain should fall. Let the sun shine as it shone from day before yesterday, and today. It is our request unto you. It is our petition unto you. It is our prayer unto you. As you said that we should present our petition. We should protest unto you what we have or what we want. So it is our prayer that you will give us a sunny day on tomorrow, July 17th. This is our prayer unto you in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Thank you for answering our prayer. So I'm about to do something. Yeah. But let's talk the pretense, which is having a toll on our democracy, and it presents our democracy as not strong, not enlightening. It tells us that our culture is sycophantic. It's a patronage culture, that once you are not feeling any pinch whatsoever, even though that you know things are hard, things are difficult, you talk about it behind people's back, you complain in your house, but you portray yourself like you are more Liberian, more nationalistic, more patriotic than the other people. Until we can stop such hypocrisy, our society will not get to that level of an enlightened society. What you see walking in capital letters everywhere practically is sycophancy, pretense. And you don't find it so strong amongst those people they refer to as ordinary people, but the educated ones. You see a pathological sycophancy, a diabolical sycophancy amongst the ones who claim to be educated. And they are the ones who are putting the country backward in terms of enlightenment than helping the country to be enlightened. You wouldn't hear these people say anything about the things that are happening in the country, even though they know that they are wrong. They themselves feeling the pinch. They prefer to mute themselves. But whenever they hear the word protest, then they come out of their silence pretending like they are more Liberian than any other Liberian. And I will be specific here because it being around, we've been hearing them, we've been reading all of the right out, everything. Let me ask you people, when did you people get to know of any group in this country called Voice of the Elders? When did you people get to know? Well, I have not heard that group before, Voice of the Elders. I only heard it recently when some Liberian women, no disrespect to Mary Lauren Brown, no disrespect to Dr. Evelyn Kanankai. These are people that have been around, and other women in this country, given their prominent status, we have always held them in high esteem. We have respected them because they've conducted themselves in a manner worthy of recognition and respect. But it doesn't say we cannot talk about the sycophancy, the pretense. And I, Sam Andrews, well, probably you don't know, but this is my nature. I hate injustice because, like Martin Luther King said, injustice to one is injustice to all. When last did you people hear of that group called Voice of the Elders? Today, because they don't want anything called protest, people should not exercise their constitutional right, they come out with this hypocrisy called voice of the elders. When they became voice of the elders in this country, when they became voice of the elders in this country, the so-called voice of the elders, and there are great women, not all of the women I'm referring to. I talk about the ones that come out publicly to say and analyze their statement, and then, because that is our responsibility, that is the normal all over the world, and they know that very well. If you don't want to be talked, don't come in the public glare. Just stay behind the scene, mute yourself. Nobody will go after you. But when you get involved in the cross of politics, then you expect to be X-rayed. They have never been honest to this country, but they have always been honest to themselves and their pecuniary interest. These women sat in this country. They saw from the very first day how President Joseph Yuma Boakai and his people disrespected all of the laws, how he was very defiant and remained defiant of any reasonable voice going against what he was doing. They were here, they saw the brutality that went out at the legislature. They saw how the legislature was embroiled in crisis for several months. They saw how state security went in their predatory nature to beat lawmakers from the minority bloc. They saw how the president divided the legislature. They saw and heard on their Facebook pages and on the radio lawmakers crying, asking for intervention. These women, these so-called voice of the elders, were voiceless. They did not see it. They did not, by their education, by their standard of education, they did not see it as protest. But that was a protest. Everything that the president started with, it was a protest. Any situation, the reason why they don't want the people to protest today, because they feel that it will degenerate into something else. But yesterday, it was protest. How? People who claim to be educated, they will not understand what protest is in its connotative and denotative meaning. What unfolded over those months, to the extent that people from outside, ECOWAS, had to come in because they saw exactly what was happening wasn't right. These so-called women elder voices, or voice of the elders, they weren't speaking. Dr. Evelyn Kanaka sat down here. She saw all of those things. Did you people ever hear anything from her? Sister Mary Lauren Brown, who is a religious person, who should be even concerned. Did you hear anything from them? Did you hear from the other people who are all over the place? Well, protest has a way of doing this, and then we have to maintain the peace of the country. How can you say you're listening to these people who are educated people? Where's the clip? How can you say people have the right to protest, but they should maintain the peace of the country? You're listening to that. People have the right to protest, but they should maintain the peace of the country. Is the country not in peace? Is the country at war? Is the country at war against itself, or the country is at war against external partner? Is the country in a state of instability in terms of crisis, people running helter-skelter? No, we have peace. We have peace. Peace simply means that nothing associated with war, no characteristics of war, is unfolding. A couple of years back, we did not have peace because people were running here and there. That's when people come to use the word displaced. Fighting days, people going to other place. These institutions cannot exist, all of those things. Those are characteristics of war. When none of those things exist, you have peace. That is why the very Mary Lauren Brown, the very Dr. Kanakai, and other people who are opposed to this by their education or by their reasoning, they can move from one end to another. They can flow. They can do whatever they want to do. They can stay out whatever time before driving home. Nobody attack them. Nobody do anything. What do you have? It's peace. People have the right to express themselves. People stay in various nightclubs up to 2, 3 in the morning. They move home. People get in the open. They do what they want to do as long as they're not infringing on anybody's right. That is peace. But the educated people, as I told you yesterday, they create panic. They create tension. They heighten atmosphere by what they say, pretending to be patriotic and nationalistic. In my education, I cannot say that protest is this, it will degenerate into that, but you have the right to protest, but you must maintain the peace. Then I am confusing myself. I do not know what I'm saying. It is either I'm opposed to the protest, or the people have the right to protest and let them protest, and the government has its honor obligation, not a choice, not a privilege, not an opportunity, but an obligation to protect the people. You have to be definitive in your position. You don't have to present a you want Mr. President to feel bad because of your name, because of your status in society, so he can criticize you in the midst of the people, or that you want the people to see that you're on the side, but you're not too sure that you're on the side. When these people came out, look at the widespread corruption all over the place. To the extent that the government is allegedly spending millions of dollars. Every ministry is inundated or filled with corruption news. Every morning you wake up, what led Mr. President to just be suspending? If everything was okay, if nobody was manipulating the system, if everybody was following as it ought to be by system, why would Mr. President just be suspending all over the place? Because things are not normal. Things are going out of hand. You people sat down here, you never issue a single statement of all these things that were happening in the country. When you have crisis, like what was happening at the legislature, coupled with other things that even before that crisis, you come out to speak, society gets to know you. So when you are speaking during protest time, the people listen to you, because you become a stakeholder voice. You become a protector of the atmosphere. But nothing. Or because you think that you're a fine place to sit down, man. No disrespect to you people. But let's call a spade a spade. You can't operate in a country like that. You had that crisis. Lawmakers were beating. You look at it, I need not explain that you people are educated women. Did you people ever say anything? Did you people ever come out? Or you know why they did not come out? Because it favors Mr. President. And they favor Mr. President. So it was okay. But this one, because it is against Mr. President, so they say a protest could degenerate into this. They're kind of using all the educational words or so, and think that, like what my man said, they're speaking to stupid people. Oh, yeah. Butt naked, who killed thousands of people in this place. We know butt naked record. If people not talking about people past, because some of you are saying, oh, Molly was part of CDC. CDC caused terrible situation in this country, so it doesn't add relevance to the protest. That doesn't make sense. It can't win any argument anywhere, because people will always have past. Everybody have past. Yeah, butt naked. The voice of the elders, the women. Butt naked was here, and stay here. You heard what butt naked said. Butt naked threatened the peace of this country. Bodneke used words that he need not. Moreover, people stay afraid of this man. But the voice of the elders, they could not caution him because he's on the side of Unity Party. You know what it means in a country where most of the people still live with that psychological scars from the war? That when they hear these people name, their trauma is reignited. Just the presence in the country, the people are afraid that if anything happened, these people, they are sophisticated in warfare, or in war, they could do anything. Least to say, to hear them talking. Bodneke was saying all kinds of things all over the place. That these women under the banner, voice of the elders, caution him to say this is counterproductive to the peace of Liberia. Did they? No, they were muted. You only hear them talking now because we are just few hours away from July 17, and they don't want. They think that, oh look, this is against our president, Joseph Yuma Boaka. No reason why people, oh, come on. Man. Hypocrisy. I see why God said the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can discern it thereof except the Lord? Jeremiah 17:9. That's why you see so. More to that, these women, not all, but most of these women were here when series of protests were going on in this country. They did not come together under any banner whatsoever. But they sat back, enjoyed the protest because they were against George Weah. They wanted Weah to get out. Today, they come out and say, voice of the elders. When they became elders, when they became engrossed in LRB politics, voice of the elders. Oh, everybody that elder now, but they were coming from our own too. So we are voice. No, we ain't want elder. We just voice for the people. We just voice for the people. Madams, y'all stay out of this thing. Y'all sit down. Yeah, we know you. We know the hypocrisy. It's clear. This society here get more educated people now, people who can reason than your thing during your time where there were few, you people were the educated ones, the few educated ones, and you people were determining the course of event. This time around, the world has evolved. People can reason well. So nobody taking you serious. You're right all over the place. Just say all kinds of things. If I were you people, if I were in your group and I'm in opposition to it, I would stop. You know why? Because the authority has given full approval. So why you're saying that anything you're saying does not make sense. It doesn't hold water. It lacks every substance because the authority say you have the right to support, to protest. We will provide protection for you. So why are you saying, or what can your saying do or your opposition do? It doesn't stop anything. Once the authority has given, I put my hand up and say, well, it's up to the government. But the government has given full authority, full approval for the people to protest. Then you're still all over the place. You're wrecking. You're saying all kinds of things. You say your sycophant selves down, man. You stop this thing. That's not how you run country. That's not how you behave as a citizen. Call a spade a spade. Protests was here. Protests were here throughout. You people never say anything. Bodneke came out. And everybody in this country, except for the unborn children and the ones who are coming up, who did not experience the war. Everybody know Bodneke history, and Bodneke is a part of Unity Party. You heard what Bodneke was saying all over the place. Nobody had the time to say anything. You people as, how do you call it? They say, elder, voice of the elders. You never came out because it was against the opposition or enough is enough protest. That will take me to Councillor Tiawan Gonglo. I will see at the close of the day. I think I got that video. The internet provided me that video. It is in this phone. I try getting it, but the things are too much. So running down all through, it can't get it. Tier 1 Gonglo, one of those who are opposed to it, Tier 1 Gonglo was in a protest. Yesterday, the protest was good. Yesterday, they did not say the protests were degenerate. Yesterday, they did not say the peace of the country. Yesterday, they were in the protest. You see, this is Tier 1 Gonglo. I will show you the video. It's in my phone. I will try to get it before the show ends because too many stuff in the phone. This is Tier 1 Gonglo in the middle there, in the Kotsu, the tar, the Tier 1 Gonglo. He went out amongst the protesters consciously. He educated men. He went out with the slogan, sweeping corruption, meaning that corruption was widespread in Weah's government. So he came out to protest that the man who today, one of them saying that the protest not necessarily the peace of the country. Yesterday, they were not concerned of the peace of the country, but today they're concerned of the peace of the country. You see hypocrisy to the core. You see wickedness in high place, and wickedness start from the mind. Yes, the man. I beg you, please exercise patience. We never say something on Kings FM we don't provide you. Why the calls are on, I will run through. The video is here. I did not, not different phone. I did phone, I put it in. You will see Tier 1 Gonglo amongst the protesters sweeping. Weah time, he said corruption widespread in Weah time. So he got outside. He stayed in his office like today. He's sitting in his office and writing, saying the protest not necessary. It will degenerate into the. These people are just pretenders. They just flip between government, looking for recognition from Joseph Yuma Boakai, because that's what it is. That's how they operate in this country. No standard, no value, no esteem. They flip between governments. This man, yeah, is the man. Tier 1 Gonglo. If you can't see a good, don't worry. I will show you the picture. I will show you the video you are seeing. That Tier 1 Gonglo there in the middle of the people in his star. He came out well dressed and started sweeping the ground. Symbolically, he said he's sweeping corruption from under Weah feet. I think we had it. I told you, if you people are afraid, I told you to be bringing these things out because it's all over the place. You're afraid? Yeah, well, we bring it out. Our responsibility to dig out. It's not a crime. Then the next thing is they are using the propaganda which we are aware of. The strategy is weaken the protest. Let's weaken the protest. Besides the mind game, which you will hear from one of them, we are people, then they will talk about this, they will talk about that. CDC, Unity Party in opposition. Then they say, oh, they were using the scare tactics to discourage people not to come out. They're doing it. It is not the same, but they're doing theirs. Theirs is they are paying online institutions. They are giving money allegedly to online institutions to be writing, saying the protesters are this, they are that, you don't come out, all the kind of thing that. They are allegedly infusing some money into some radio stations so that they will talk about the protests in a negative way, heighten tension so people will be afraid to come out. Remember now, they did it with Fendala Patrick protests. Fendala Patrick did not have $5 to give anybody. They influence people, they infuse. Fendala Patrick protests They say they made fun of it. And then came the one before the burning of the Capitol. So when you hear people say, oh, the country, yeah, and we live in a country, we've been having peace now, and we one day protest can do that, protest can do that. They're trying some way, somehow, through hypocrisy, to defend their few dollars. So when you're reading some of these things on social media, Facebook, don't get afraid, don't get jitter. The guys are justifying the money. At the close of the day, that means a lot more is working. It will work all the way into the night and on tomorrow. That's why I pray. And before I came on the air, the same prayer, I sent it to God. I put my petition to God that please hold the rain, let it not rain. The same sun you've given from day before yesterday on today, let it be the same so that it will come out. Even, anyway, your leader one, when you put your petition to God, you leave it. So you'll be aware of that. That would take me to what I want to do today. But before I do that, let's have the spice before I can do that. Certainly, they know that we know, and we know that they know. Did you get that part? They know that we know, and they know that we know that they know. Just listen. I will try to get some out so that you'll see it. I try finding that video that Tier 1 Gonglo is in the protest. Record can't lie. We're in the war of technology. You just have to be careful what you say at what time. So listen carefully. I will show some of the video. I said listen because I sat down since this morning running through most of them. And since today is the eve of Liberians exercising their constitutional and democratic right, I thought to add spice to it more on the eve. Please listen carefully. I will show you some of the videos. Every voice that you hear, there is the video to it. Let's get started. They lie. They say they did not protest against Weah government. Granted. If Unity Party did not protest against Weah government, meaning they did not come out as Unity Party, but every member or majority of the members who were part of Unity Party, they came out in support of another institution. It was either the Council of Patriots or the collaborating political parties. If you never supported, then you will not be part of it. You will stay away completely. It drew the international community attention so much so that the drones were all over Liberia. BBC reporters would here. Sometimes they will call Janet Tompelele about 2-3 times a week about what is happening in Liberia, or BBC would send their journalists on the ground to have a first-hand understanding. Al Jazeera was here, VOA was here, all of those people, different international media outlets, they were here. Let's start. They say they didn't protest, but their voices are available. Why were they doing it? They were doing it so that they will come in.
Anti-riot police was out in force in the capital Monrovia to stop a major anti-government demonstration on Monday. But that was before opposition leaders announced a week-long postponement of the protest. The rally was meant to voice anger at the West African country's deepening economic crisis, which organizers blame on President George Weah.
We are proposing or counter-suggesting that we want, as the people of this country, January the 6th, Monday 2020. That is the day that the Council of Patriots wishes to assemble its people. We also want to state very clearly that we refuse the government's proposal or suggestion that we assemble in a stadium for a protest.
The opposition accuses Weah, in power for just 2 years, of mismanagement and interfering with the judiciary. The United Nations, Regional Bloc ECOWAS, and the United States have urged both parties to hold talks.
We gather here today to draw the attention of the international community because this government is adamant. This government has deliberately refused to listen to the cry of the citizens. Because on several occasions, we have gathered to cry on this government, but the government deliberately refused to listen to our call. So for this reason, we have gathered here today peacefully as a citizen of this nation that is going through torment from the hands of George Weah. We want a Liberia where every Liberian will be.
Please let me interrupt this. Another person who today sits on a network in opposition to the protest today was in this protest against George Weah, Phoebe Herons. Today, Phoebe Herons sits on a network and is forceful that the protest it has no substance. It's this and that. Bwaka is doing this, Bwaka is doing that. This is a man who ran 4 times in District 9, did not win, did not even get any endorsement from his own party, ANC. I'm saying this, you will not hear him. The voice that you're hearing is his standard bearer, Alexander Cummings, that came out. But you will see the video, he's in it. He's in there with his t-shirt, he's on the back, moving around, protesting, telling people why they should come out in March. I will show you the video. This is the voice.
Guarantee the same opportunity. What you do with that opportunity is up to you. But you'll be guaranteed the same opportunity. A Liberia where we will stop the suffering, where we will stop the stealing.
In Liberia's capital, Monrovia, a march to sweep corruption out of the country. Hundreds of people gathered with brooms in their hands for a small protest against a big problem. Corruption is everywhere, says Esther Thompson. She says she has to pay bribes to get her children in school, to get money out of her bank account, or even to get a job. But it's even worse in government.
In the House of Senate, in the House of Representatives, in government, that's where corruption is.
In August, 3 senior figures of Weah's government were suspended after the U.S. Treasury imposed sanctions against them. The president's chief of staff is accused of corruption and directing warlords to threaten political rivals. The managing director of the Port Authority is accused of funneling money into private accounts. And the state solicitor general is accused of shielding suspected criminals, blocking investigations into government corruption.
And we empathize.
The government denies any wrongdoing.
That those sanctions were not because of the government, was not targeted at the president. So if people are using these things to gain political relevance, well, we're in a democracy. Our citizens are allowed to protest and do as they feel. But the truth is that we've done more as a government.
This is Ledger who running, Minister of Information at the time. Did you hear him what he said? That the citizens are allowed to protest. It is their fundamental right.
And we empathize.
The government denies any wrongdoing.
that those sanctions were not because of the government, was not targeted at the president. So if people are using these things to gain political relevance, well, we're in a democracy. Our citizens are allowed to protest and do as they feel. Are using these things to gain political relevance, well, we're in a democracy. Our citizens are allowed to protest and do as they feel, how to protest and do as they feel. But the truth is, and do as they feel. But the truth and do as they feel. But the truth are allowed to protest and do as they feel. But the truth is that we've done more as a government than any other administration in trying to fight graft in the public space.
These protesters are marching not towards the presidential palace or parliament, but towards the U.S. Embassy. They're hoping the U.S. can do what their government has failed to, arrest and prosecute those stealing public funds.
Hundreds, not thousands of people came out to demonstrate against corruption. Not the numbers that organizers had hoped for, but they say they have the backing of the Liberian people. It's just that there is here in this country a culture of fear when it comes to speaking out against government corruption.
But organizers of the march say that's not enough. They're calling for a change of political culture to sweep the country clean of dirty politics, bad governance, and corruption. Nicholas Hawk, Al Jazeera, Monrovia, Liberia. Bad governance and corruption. Nicholas Hawk, Al Jazeera. Bad governance and corruption. Nicholas Hawk, Al Jazeera.
Please listen to the guy's name of Nicholas Hoggin, Al Jazeera. They were, yeah, all those people, BBC, VOA, every one of the international institutions were in Liberia because Unity Party, in opposition with other parties that they refer to as collaborating political parties, drew the attention of the international community with their publicity or their propaganda. Listen to the guy, so you can say it's a make-up. Listen to him calling his institution and his name.
Dirty politics, bad governance, and corruption. Nicholas Hawk, Al Jazeera, Monrovia, Liberia.
I've never been scared in my life. I will not scare Ellie, not Joey. I'll be scared of. How do you turn such a statement from the president? The president is a dictator. The president is a dictator, and the president does not know the law. There is no law in this country that says you can go to jail for telling the president the truth. There is no law, and I dare Judge Weah to arrest us. I will continue with the way I speak to Judge Weah. When you steal, you are a rogue. Whether you're president, you're not president, you are a rogue. Let me tell you something. I dare Judge Weah to arrest me. What more you want me to say?
Most times our national leaders see they take truth talk to be insult. When you steal, you are a rogue. I don't agree for anybody to insult the president of Liberia or any national leader. I don't agree for anybody to disrespect the president of Liberia or any national leader. But respect is earned. That is why I keep saying to people, don't call me honorable, even when you elect me.
Several thousand Liberians took to the streets of Monrovia to denounce corruption and rising prices. Tensions had risen in recent weeks after the government said it would not allow any protests before the end of January. It finally changed its mind on Sunday. Opposition group riots had vowed to defy the ban. Some protesters brought a mattress, saying they would sleep in the government headquarters. Police later fired tear gas to disperse demonstrators. Inflation is soaring and civil servants regularly go unpaid. Weah had already faced similar protests in June and July. The former football star who played for Paris Saint-Germain and AC Milan easily won the second round of the presidential election 2 years ago. But since then, he has disappointed many Liberians, including those who voted for him.
2 generations of Liberians at odds about the state of the nation, ahead of another round of anti-government protests in the capital. President George Weah came to office with a lot of goodwill, but that is diminishing, and fast.
I will be in front of that protest. If I'm unable to walk, I will carry a stick. Right now, they stole my walking stick.
Others see the protests as an unnecessary distraction.
We voted lawmakers. If a person wants a change to the Constitution, they should talk to their lawmaker. If someone eats your reserve money, go to your lawmaker.
Sitting just 15 meters away from this heated argument, Bolupewe is worried about her family. She left home at 5 o'clock in the morning to sell vegetables in this market.
No one is buying. There's no money. Look at my children sitting here in the sun. They're supposed to go back to school, but there's no money to pay their fees, so they're not starting tomorrow.
The money, totaling $419, is due in less than 24 hours. Economic decline and inflation have pushed many Liberians below the poverty line. The local currency is also steadily losing value, exchanging 190 to the American dollar from 146 2 years ago.
For many years since the end of the Civil War, Liberia's relied heavily on United Nations spending for its annual budget. So when the United Nations mission ended, it was a shock to the economy, to small and medium-sized businesses. Factories shut down, unemployment rose, and inflation got worse. Discontent is now everywhere.
Critics of the government accuse it of lacking accountability and rampant corruption. In 2019, they brought thousands of Liberians to the streets to protest. 7 months later, they say things have only got worse.
We presented a petition containing demands to the president to address the issue of corruption, specific cases of corruption, bad governance, violation of the Constitution. The president refused to act on any of our demands.
The 2019 protest lasted a day. Organizers say this time they won't leave until their demands are met. The government has denied allegations that officials have been stealing public money.
The greater issue is that since Mr. President won the elections, the political elite, the hegemony, have not really accepted him as the president. So they have been using all sorts of devious means to undermine his authority and to delegitimize his election.
The protests have further polarized people in the West African country. For Liberians like Bolu, what matters most is the opportunity to make some money to feed and send her children to school. After that, she says, the politicians can do whatever they please. On that, many Liberians on both sides of the political divide agree. Ahmed Idris, Al Jazeera, Monrovia.
Thousands of Liberians assembled on Capitol Hill for the much-anticipated Save the State rally led by activist Henry Costa and the Council of Patriots.
We are not happy with the state of affairs in the country, but
Days earlier, Costa addressed the media to echo demands that President Weah meet with his group to answer questions and provide a blueprint for improving the economy and lives of ordinary citizens.
demanding that governance and economic reforms be made in order to improve the conditions in our country, which are worsening. We waited patiently for several months and no action has been taken.
Costa says that the refusal of President Weah to meet with the Council of Patriots illustrates that the president has no interest in the well-being of his fellow citizens.
We've been engaged with a joint delegation of ECOWAS and the United Nations. We've met with them. They have facilitated an exchange, an interactive forum between them and us and the government. Those discussions yielded no fruits, as the government remained intransigent and refused to make any concessions on any of the demands.
With the protests in full swing, people came for all sorts of reasons. Some say they came to protest the blatant corruption in the Weah's administration, but most came to send a message for the president to immediately address the downward spiraling economic situation that has gripped the country.
It has reduced some of us to being beggars. I must beg before my children can go to school. I should beg before I can feed my children at the home.
Today, I want him to send representative here and tell us that he's going to look into our petition that will give him and give reason why since June 7th, he have not responded to it. But up to now, we've been here. He been on a BYC football field playing soccer.
The protest brought out people who said that the police generally was respectful and maintained a professional posture, but it was clear that the atmosphere was tense.
There's so many people out here dancing and singing, but they also know that they're here for a serious issue, and that's to bring grievance to the government.
Many of the folks who came out said they were prepared to stay until most or all of the demands were met.
We will remain here until the government can listen. A stubborn government will be made to listen.
Are you happy with the crowd, the volume of the crowd that's out here?
Stay until most or all of the demands were met.
This is Mo Ali. The Mo Ali talking here. This is Mo Ali.
That's to bring grievance to the government.
The Mo Ali you are about to hear.
Many of the folks who came out said they were prepared to stay until most or all of the demands were met.
Mo Ali.
We will remain here until the government can listen. A stubborn government will be made to listen.
Are you happy with the crowd, the volume of the crowd that's out here?
Does the crowd matter?
It doesn't, but you know,
one person.
That Mr. Light. the voice you heard after the foreign reporter was Mo Ali. After Mo Ali, Mr. Senator and Darius DeLong. He said the guy asked him, "Are you satisfied with the crowd?" He said the crowd does not matter. But today, when the people protest, they say, "Oh, the number," and you say, "Oh, bringing 5,000 up." Protest, even one person is a protest. One person can call the president's attention, the whole world attention. The multitude does not matter. Protest is all about the impact. Yesterday, they say, "Oh, the number does not matter." But today, "Oh, and you say you're bringing 5,000 up." What if 5,000? Yeah. Listen to him. Listen to him.
Stubborn government will be made to listen.
Are you happy with the crowd, the volume of the crowd that's out here?
Does the crowd matter?
It doesn't, but you know,
when one person came out today, it should cause concern on part of any government that is sensitive to the plight of the people. We remain here until the government can listen. A stubborn government will be made to listen.
Are you happy with the crowd, the volume of the crowd that's out here?
Does the crowd matter?
It doesn't, but you know,
when one person came out today, it should cause concern on part of any government that is sensitive to the plight of the people. The thousands of people that came out here today, the thousands that stayed home because of the war bunker.
This is it. This is it. My people, I beg you, you're listening carefully. Politicians, they have slippery tongue, but they can talk before they think. Moreover, the past is not about their life. They're not sensitive of the past. That means when they were in the past, what they say, they can no longer remember. So in the present, they say things in opposition when they know, or they can just realize that they said it in the past. So the past haunts them in the future. I told you people about their propaganda. They know they don't want it. They know that it is the people's right. They know very well the impact protests have on any president, any government. They know when you turn out in mass what it is or what it means. In their time, they use a strategy, or no, the government will come up with different ideas, which people do. That's why I often tell you in warfare, everything that's available to you, you use it against your opponent because it is a battle for supremacy. You want to win, your opponent don't want you to win. So they will do anything and everything to bring you down. The government came out with a strategy. That's what he's referring to. Today, they are using a strategy to neutralize the protest, to kill the steam of the protest. Listen to him carefully. Listen to him. in their time, a strategy the government came up with. That strategy, they acknowledged it, and it had a serious impact on them. So now they are saying, okay, so let's discourage them, but let's do it this way. Let's do it this way so that the people will not come out in mass. Let's put some money out to some media institutions, online journalists. Let them just be writing, saying this, saying that, all kinds of things to create that, say, fear. Yeah. Listen to him. The strategy that the people employ at the time, he acknowledging that it affected their protest. And so today, they don't want it coming out with their own strategy too. Thank God he acknowledged. Listen to Dillon.
A government that is sensitive to the plight of the people. The thousands of people that came out here today, the thousands that stayed home because of the war-mongering and fear-mongering.
Did you get him? The thousands of people that stay home because of the war-mongering and the fearing, meaning the strategy that was in place. So they realized that they did not get the number they had earlier announced they were going to get. So today, they're not coming out to say they're giving out money to people. They're giving out money to online institutions and some other people who are just vulnerable financially. They need money because nobody has the money than government. So he realized that it affected them. So they are using their propaganda strategy. That's why you don't need to give in. All those things they're writing on social media and saying on other things, then all right, don't give into those. Those are all craps.
When one person came out today, it should cause concern on part of any government that is sensitive to the plight of the people. The thousands of people that came out here today, the thousands that stayed home because of the war-mongering and fear-mongering leading to the protest, of the war-mongering and fear-mongering leading to the protest. Thousands of people that came out here today, the thousands that stayed home because of the war-mongering and fear-mongering leading to the protest. Thousands that stayed home because of the war-mongering and fear-mongering leading to the protest. Thousands that stayed home because of the war-mongering and fear-mongering leading to the protest. They are all expressing something that they are not happy, and they're calling the attention of the government. Any sensitive government will not see these people as opponents and enemies. They will see them as citizens that agree and need and their attention.
With the crowd expressing themselves through songs and dance, Representative Yeke Koloba voiced a concern that things was about to turn ugly.
The president has instructed, he has given one or two the instruction to have us arrested. You will see what will happen just now. I was on my way. When I receive the information, I can't leave my people here to go. So I am going to be here with my people. Let me be arrested along with my people.
Shortly after Koloba's statement, police moved in using water cannon and tear gas to disperse the crowd, an action the Council of Patriots says was totally unprovoked, unnecessary, and a violation of their citizens' civil rights. Within days, local and international groups condemned the Liberian government's action. The government responded that the move was necessary in the interest of public safety. The Council of Patriots and witnesses rejected the government's explanation, saying that the projectiles were pointed at peaceful protesters exercising their constitutional rights to peacefully assemble.
Once again, a very warm welcome to the program. This is The Morning Call. I am Nyasha K. Mutizwa. Now, we kick off the show in Liberia. In office for just 2 years, Liberians are growing increasingly impatient with President George Weah. A struggling economy, rising food prices, and corruption accusations have stirred anger and discontent against Weah, who campaigned on a promise of delivering pro-poor policies. There have been several protests against Weah's rule, and another major demonstration is planned for later today. The United Nations and ECOWAS have urged the opposition to call off this rally, Ruth. And now we have one of the organizers and an activist joining us on the line. This is Mr. Mo Ali, who comes to us from the capital, Monrovia, in Liberia. A very good morning to you, and thank you for joining us on the program. Now, why have you organized this march against President Weah?
Morning. As to your first question, we have organized the march not particularly against President Weah, but against the style of governance. There is exclusion of people who express their feelings, people who criticize government. There is corruption all over government. It is evidenced by the mismanagement of 25 million. He has refused to prosecute those involved. There's still the issue of 16 billion lingering. There is this issue of interfering with the judiciary. There is this issue of consistent interference with the functions of the legislature. There are lots of things. We have violations of our constitutions and laws. And so we are organizing this protest to tell Mr. Weah that these things are. There are lots of things. We have violations of our constitutions and laws. And so we are organizing this protest to organizing this protest to tell Mr. Weah, our constitutions and laws. And so we are organizing this protest. And so we are organizing this protest to 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 tell Mr. Weah that these things are wrong, and also to tell the country how he intends to resuscitate the economy.
That was the audio. Let's get some of the videos. This is it. These are some of the videos.
Is at the highest peak. The justice system is not good. Our people are not happy. What they want to see is to awaken the president and the executive branch of government to do those things that are required of it to keep up the law. The protesters were demanding to see the president.
You see them, and you see the number large. That's at the Capitol building. Oh. What you're looking at, so you see Capitol, you see it that on the grounds of the Capitol building. That's the first one. Let's go to the next one.
Thousands of Liberians assembled on Capitol Hill for the much anticipated Safe to State rally led by activist Henry Costa and the council.
And you see it? Okay. Thank you. Where's the next one? Let's go. Yeah. You see them protesting? Nobody better than state security around them protecting them. Okay, they're moving with their backs. Let's move to the next one. You want even 50, 75, I can give them to you. This is it. This is another one. You see the security forces, you see the police officers, they are not meddling with their assembly. They position themselves, they provide maximum protection. You see it? It's in the open for everybody to see. Public record. You see them standing with their placards. You see them in their hundreds dancing all over the place. You don't see any police officer going to do anything to them. See, with the vuvuzela. All right, let's go. What's the next one? What's the next one? You see it? You see that? Thousands of them. You see them? And you see, this is the group. This is the group that Tier 1 Gonglo was in. If you look carefully, just look behind you. Just right after, I think after this later, you will see Councillor Tier 1 Gonglo with his broom. And don't worry, I will bring that video. You will see Tier 1 Gonglo clear. He even spoke. You see them? Okay, so don't worry. There are many. The videos are many. Let's bring on the next one. You see them? You see them? Thousands of human beings. You see the police standing, watching them, doing nothing whatsoever, providing protection. Thank you. These are few, but the many. Now, why did I share all of these with you? So that you know that they did it yesterday. 1, 2. The government, it is not an option, not a privilege, not an opportunity, not a choice, but an obligation to provide maximum protection for the people and to do nothing funny and stupid. The record is there. It's clear for everybody to see. There are many, many. I told you I'm going to show you. The next one, which will be on tomorrow, the leaders themselves, you see all Unity Party leaders. You see Mo Ali, you see Bouaka speaking, you see sanctioning and protest and all of those things. They did not know that they were being captured, or that what they were doing, they think the videos were going to vanish, or nobody was recording them. Bouaka today, president, he does not want it, but yesterday he supported it. He sanctioned everything that happened. Today is the time. That's why God, the other people say, what goes around comes around. This breakdown will turn to you. It will be your time to have your say. I'm done. That's it. Let's go. This break. Then it is your time to have. Let me share with you what came out from Councillor Mariah Kekula Kokwo. She said, Unity Party people left power and planned June 7 protest. All the protest King Kongs are now government officials. Why the face of June 7 chilling with his mining license? But that the same protest can condemn against protest today. Leave the people to protest. Then, what I told you, one of the propaganda lines, which is very childish, irresponsible, this same institution, they say it was the same institution that said Snow said he would bring down the government. They wrote a long stuff. I wrote it. I think I screenshot it too. And Snow had to reply and told them that if they can retract it with an apology, he was going to take action against them. And because they knew that it was wrong, they just make up the story. They apologized. That's how Snow left it. They back again, called DN News. Yeah, what they said, breaking news. Bomi County Senator Edwin Snow accused of financing the planned protest on July 17. Detail to follow. What more can I say? One more that I should teach you. You have to understand propaganda. Propaganda is just any strategy, but it is at the risk of the person who chooses to be used as a surrogate. The masters or the patrons are willing. They are not in the forefront, but they are willing to spend the money because they don't want their opponent to achieve the goal. So they will give money to people. You yet even some talk show hosts telling you that protest not necessarily peace of this country. We'll be enjoying peace long. Protest is this, protest is that. But yesterday when the protest was on, they were not sitting behind the microphone to talk about it because of reasons best known to themselves. Today, they are saying that protest is wrong. Online people, different people, that's what they do. They give people little cash. People stoop so low. They sell their integrity for few money or their principle. All right. So let me get a few lines and then we can turn to you. Jessica Mbeslo said Darius Dillon bodyguard had gone with him in that protest. Or the one he said they were stone Weah's convoy. I think I have it here. So it was stone. Anybody come with gun, they will return gun for gun, stone for stone, rock for rock. Manduri Chelsea Soare said, they're not small thing. These UPs put former President Weah through, and today they are against protest. This Waka government should or must fail. Emmanuel Bro, what goes around comes around. They protested yesterday, but don't want others to protest today. What a paradox and irony. What is good for Peter should be good for Paul, certainly. Elijah Nepe, the government of Liberia under the evil lead of Unity Party is not truly real to the Constitution and the citizens of Liberia. Sylvester, I was not playing the video for you to get a loud sound just to see. Those videos that you saw are the same ones that you heard the audio. I just needed you to see it. Philip Nangwe said, Mo Ali, the people will protest tomorrow for you stealing over 250K on water pumps. Yama Victoria McCall said, thank God for smartphones and internet. Informations are out there. No one can deny it. Certainly, they will not deny it all over the place. All of you who have your smartphone, you just get on the internet. You ask for Unity Party protest against CDC government. The internet will bring everything down. You'll see. Sapla Nendo, the protest is inevitable. We will be at the protest in numbers. Ophelia Wallow, they forgot how to cook at the executive mansion. Wilson D. Kerr Jr., those useless Unity Party idiots should find place to sit down. What goes around comes around. Precious Dekukai, we don't have time for those tiny UPists. If the demo that GMB dealing with is using all of them, let them go and hog the transformer. If GMB like, he should pay Trump and the whole of America, the whole American embassy to write and post on Facebook. It would not stop us from coming out tomorrow. Matilda Stevens, today, no Unity Party affair of protest. It is funny. Dorcas Billy, they finished forgetting this protest in 2020. Yes. James Bryant, they never protested, but we saw June 7 save the state. Otaka Kahu, we will protest July 17, and we are not, I think you want to say not afraid, eh? Yes. I think that what you wanted to say, you left something out. Emmanuel Bro commented on the introduction said, let Tiawan Gonglo find somewhere to sit and hide himself. He has become one of the hypocritical Bouaka loyalists in LRB, as well as those people who call themselves voice of the elders. Philip Nangwe, these guys hated Weah so much. They all protested yesterday, but today protest is wrong. The people will exercise their rights tomorrow. Victor Derry Benson, where were them when series of protests were going on during President Weah's reign? So if you don't have anything to say, then find place to sit down. So-called voice of the elder. Yeah, man. Where they coming from? They say voice of the elder. You think elders can just come seasonally? Yeah. When something against your interest, then you say it's not right. But when against the other side interest, then you are muted. Most of these people just hated Weah. They were pretending. Now they're showing their hypocrisy. Let's go. Let's turn to you. You want to go straight to the point? We're not describing, I don't want any description of how Bouaka did, Bouaka died, and the other government didn't want to talk straight about the protest. That's why I brought all of those clips. I think some 15, yeah, just played 3 or 4. So that you know they did it, to motivate you, to encourage you, that don't be afraid. They have no reason to stop you. They have no reason to beat you. They will not do anything. They are on record. This is a legitimate, this is a strong evidence against them. Just talk strictly about tomorrow. We are a few hours away from tomorrow. I don't want to hear Bouaka did, Bouaka get the other one, and everyone was happy, and the government did. No, that thing will not talk. We are focusing on tomorrow. God said the one that ahead of you, that what you talk about. Drop the emotion, drop the anger. We organizing it in a way that it will turn out in mass, conduct ourselves right, achieve our goal, and get back home. So if you were called to motivate people to turn out, fine. I don't want to hear, oh, Bouaka will die, and the other one did, and they go, man, yeah. No, keep your anger for another day. We are on the brink or the eve of July 17, that July 17 talking about. Thank you. Let's go now. Let's go. 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97 0777 9803 75. Those are the numbers. Let's go. Hello. Yeah.
My name is Morris Parker, yeah, thank you for saying you are listening to all the video, all the events playing. You know, by the time of the country, all of them will see in the country to be key to the country, and now they're showing them color. The council of the today when they come and say protest is not correct. When our the past, when I was embracing the thing, that today is not correct now. Where it comes to the understand now, you know. And nobody is scary.
My man, we know that all those things we know. We talk about it. I'm concentrating on tomorrow. Tomorrow is what I'm talking about.
We'll be there. Yeah, we'll be there in 4 soon tomorrow by grace of God. The seaway happy, the party happy, the seaway. Everybody go and sell the seaway. Now this should we'll ask the police to stay away tomorrow. When they show the demarcation, will stop it. They should tear down all. But they don't. I don't want you to come vacation to all. So breaking it. So that's all I gotta say.
All right, thank you, sir. Hello. I said this thing. You don't keep the radio loud and then you call. They will run in our ear. How will you feel if we start experiencing ear problem? You're not experiencing it. We're experiencing it. It runs through. You're saying if you're following, watching the television, you're seeing the earpiece over my 2 ears. When the radio is loud, once you I okay you, it runs straight in there. because that's how I respond to you. I'm understanding myself and understanding you. So if you keep the radio loud and I okay you, it will run straight. You cut the radio off before you can call. I beg you, please. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is Justin Kawule Akwe and I call you from UN Drive. Yeah, brother Andrew, thank you for the show. But for what happening right now, we're not to tell about what they're doing. We know tomorrow. I'm praying that tomorrow the crowd that they will see, they will shock them. But for tomorrow, any attempt from the police will be peaceful for what we'll be doing tomorrow, and we know individually we experience a feeling of what we're going through within the country. So everybody, even when the press comes before somebody tomorrow to express themselves, they want to speak up, because at times some people can be nervous, but based upon what they're going through, that nervous spirit can go away. And thank God for Mr. Andrews and Abraham Gosden Weah for the enlightenment. Because every time we listen to you people, your people give us, motivate us, give us a spirit of boldness to be able to look at people's faces and express ourselves. But tomorrow we'll do that in the public and before the world. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Andrew. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank God. And you?
Yeah, this is James Bade, Chairman of the Veteran Assembly, the 6th Secretary. Mr. Andrew, this goes to my fellow protester on tomorrow. And for, make you to understand that it's almost like election. When they say no campaigning on election day, this is how it should be tomorrow. If you get anything, if you are angry for what may happen to you due to bad governance, for which you are going to stand up for the right to follow, don't express anything with anger. Because we want what we told the world they should stand, that we are peaceful and tomorrow we're going to be peaceful. We should be able to the position. Number two, the meeting held, between the police and the leaders, what they told them that we should pass, that's where you should go. Don't leave your group that you go with and go to the corner and begin doing things. Do not drink alcoholic beverages tomorrow that it will control you, that you misbehave, so people cannot get in your midst and do things and say, oh, that's a protester. So you should be yourself tomorrow. Why your leader will say, it's why you should go by. Why your leader will pass, that's why you should pass. Anyway, you don't see that going, don't go there by yourself. Let's be peaceful tomorrow and make the police shame. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very good one. Very good advice. Thank you so much. Very good advice. That's it. That's exactly it. Those are the things we want to hear. Thank you so much. The women's line, sorry, we're experiencing something, but I think solution is being found. So you're calling and you're not getting through, bouncing back. Don't worry, very shortly. Hello.
Yeah, how you doing? How are you?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, this is Prince Widow calling from Mount Parkway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll be there live. Just from Nima County down there, we have about 50 men. Yeah.
All right.
So we'll be in a protest tomorrow.
Okay. Did you say you're from Nima County?
Nima County, district number 5.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right.
Good to hear that. Thank you. Hello.
All right. Thank you.
Don't worry. Don't get discouraged. Don't mind what they are doing. Just be yourself. Come out in a calm manner.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes. Good afternoon. Yeah, listening to you. I'm listening to you. You on the air, Chief. Oh, you say anything. All right. Let's try the women's line.
Oh,
hello?
Good afternoon, Sergio.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother, for the talk. I just want for dinner very quick. We'll be outside. We want for dinner very quick tomorrow. We got it. Okay. All our video, everything we see. My people say, according you on, you see everything. So, tell us go and like it, talking, go have what they are got today. What will tell them say, you go back. You go back. I don't see you. What will we get them because for your wickedness for the nation? We'll come outside tomorrow. We come here, get it. When they go have what to there, they go to sleep. They will never wake up. What will that answer? We'll come outside tomorrow.
No,
thank you.
No, I don't want that one there. Hello?
Hello, Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam. How are you?
Yeah, fine.
Tomorrow, total repeating. Tomorrow we call our own. I find it today, generally later. We call our own tomorrow. Sam, we're going there. We're not going with a power. Anyone you don't say pass off, will there. They say your pass this week, that will pass. Policemen say pass off. When the town is sick, policemen say your pass off. We got the other people will control our protection. The boys and the girls will put all on any order tomorrow. We don't want no. Therefore, enough. What we get in our placard, we show to the international community, we show to the government, then in favor of us, then we who our petition, we tell our Bible can. But if we not who our petition, we will remain on the street tomorrow and tell the guys to back up, inshallah. We're not going with fighting, we're not going with violence, we're not going to change, we're not going to cause, we're not going to any other talk over there. We're being peaceful. Thank you, Papa.
Hello? 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 Yeah, lower your radio. Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Lower the radio.
Hello. Yeah, lower it. Now that's it.
Yeah, I know. I'm busy. I hear you.
Yeah. Me, I wait there, so I have to go wait there some more. That particular woman, they say, what is it here? What is it?
Who now?
The woman there.
No, just little women there. Oh man, little women there. That JB women there.
Our leader.
Yeah, leader.
I want to get out there.
No, leader. I beg you, feel sorry for that.
I want to be that busy there. Because I tell you that I won't get to that. You see that the education, you see that brain? Education not real. That God made him be brain. That you must be said that. Hello?
Yeah, but I said so.
That you must be said that, me, bro. Yeah? So the man maybe I get angry over there.
No, don't get angry. I beg you.
The spirit, the one in the street. My child not there. But most are sleeping. I know that sister say, a woman. A sister for that story there. They were not here, they care. I want to read that for motor by the day, they are here. They pay some story that they put that you get that to be the lie here. Because they want money. When I tell me that here, when they pray, I want to read that cash will be on the story that thank you.
Okay. Cash. All right, Bob Benze. Thank you. Let's have a listen to one of them.
The Voices of the Elders, Republic of Liberia, recognizes elders, Republic of the Elders, the Voices of the Elders, Republic of Liberia, recognizes the citizens' right to peaceful assembly for whatever reasons deemed necessary. The Voices of the Elders also recognizes the obligation of the police to maintain law and order and to protect the lives and properties of the citizenry. However, vote the Voices of the Elders on citizenry. Vote the Voices of the Elders also notes with great concern that protest marches have the propensity to degenerate into violent, riotous behaviors. Also notes with great concern that protest marches have the propensity to degenerate into violent, riotous behaviors.
Yesterday, they could not say this. Yeah, they could not say. Today, they are saying it. Yesterday, it could not. It was not violent prone. Today, it is violent prone. So you want to conduct yourself in a way that they will have no reason to do anything funny. Hello? Yeah?
Okay, calling from District 1, Grandmother County. Hello?
We're listening to you.
Yes, when the Elon Council was funded.
I mean, that why you here, so Ali, you know that now.
You see how it will be weekend? They talking about protest. Now they see that protest don't go. The women now, they get together say they are council. Elon Council. When they were funded. You see, like, I don't understand the educated people. They want to make fool out of with the native people.
That had a people see
yeah. So tomorrow they will send their educated people, their council or Elon, we will be there. We are not council or Elon, we are council or you. We will be there tomorrow.
All right, Chief. Thank you. Good to hear that. Hello? Hello? You went off. You went off, Chief. Yeah. So we are just hours away. Organize yourself best. If you are a Christian, pray before you get out of your house. And you pray that God will blindfold the eyes of any evil they intend to do to you. Hello?
This is James Freeman from District 5, Montserrat.
Let's hear you, James Freeman.
Yeah, Mr. St. Andrew, this is happening to all in this country. Yeah. You know, every government, I believe they got a group of people in the corner that can support.
Mm-hmm.
Doing every government for that matter. So you're not surprised. So if Professor Ella can come today, I know it could happen. I knew that it could happen. So this is a government. During Jowiya time was Sabu unit. So back on the country, Professor Ella. So that thing is not surprising. The only thing that's surprising to me is the black should not hold a peace at all. Nothing about no politician should fool up. Nobody will come in, nobody will bring bread butter or bring job. There's no you pray that your hustle you want, you be hold it tell and to know what you're doing for calculation. You can't do your calculation well at all. But nothing will change. Like bro, it's change like bro. So I want a politician to fool one, we should fool one another in the country.
All right, Chief. Thank you. Good. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Andrew.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Thank you for the show. My name is Jeff. Qualifying for the Tower Block to the 15. So what would be like? Well, wet. Well, it's anyway, the target was the goal. Yeah. I can't remember for 40 now will be there. Nothing happening to anybody wants to say never say that. If you want my one, we'll put that from morning to start on the corner rest. Every week we get ready for the people. Yeah, I want to say, I get for your show, I often listen to you, but today, I decided to buy my share, man. Yeah. So to my rally. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So what I want you to do, we're experiencing the problem with the women's line. I can sense that you're calling and it's so difficult to get through. It's because we've encountered a problem. Yeah, we've encountered a problem. I don't know what I can do, but you can use 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97 while the women's line is being worked on or just experience a problem. So the women, you can call on 0772 23 99 33 0886 30 44 97. That way we go through. Hello?
Hi, Dave.
Yeah.
Regarding this protest tomorrow, I'm not going to call my name because I'm part of the government. But I can assure you, I'm on the security apparatus of this border government. But whatsoever, and some of us knew about, we have already given some information to some of our colleagues that we are going outside tomorrow. But if they try it, for what
You
I
say,
know of,
hold on. You say you part of the government?
seriously, I'm telling you.
But where now? You in the security sector or in
Brother,
the
I don't want you to ask me too much questions because I don't want people realizing my voice.
chief? But even if you don't call your name, people know your voice. So that one there ain't even make sense. Just start. We want people to be pretending. No, the whole protest here is organized with honesty and sincerity. You're not part of the government. Don't come call and say you're security person and we're giving this. We're getting no security person will talk the way you're talking. That's not true. Moreover, if you don't give your name, people know your voice. So that thing, it doesn't make sense that you can be saying, oh, for security reason, I won't call my name. Your name is not as significant as your voice. They can sit and record the show and they hear you talking. They will still identify the name or they will get to know the name. You don't create all kinds of things. We beg you, as much as we are cautioning, as much as you are enthusiastic for the protest on tomorrow, but don't create problem within. They say a house divided against itself can't stand. Or if there is confusion in the house, the enemy will take advantage of it. If you're not part of this protest, or if you're part of it, don't act like you in government and then you know what the people doing, like the other men are just called sending a message or sending your information. Or don't do that. Please, we beg you. We understand the government's operation. That's why we are advising our people. Do not be, except you want to operate as enemy within. And even at that, God will expose you. If anybody, you part of this protest or you accept it and you think that, yeah, it's good, but you are pretending, God will expose you and God himself will disgrace you. God don't like hypocrisy. God don't like enemy within. You either be honest or you stay off. We beg you, we hold your foe, we appeal to you. We take God to beg you. We know the people's plan, we have heard. That's why we're giving them the benefit of the doubt. Do not give the people any reason to use somebody or people within to cause confusion. So all the people who are opposing it, then they will start to say, you see the same thing we're talking. If you allow yourself to be used before the day can end, God will expose you and God himself will punish you. Hello? Yeah. Yeah. Y'all use the line in the meantime. Your line get a little problem.
Yeah, how you told that man the thing you told you was correct. I will hear I know your voice. I didn't when you go in the hole. So now I use your voice. So you talk, can you talk? Let we see with Namason. We see we talk today. If you are sleeping, I woke up and stop talking. Then that's not last people say information and this and that. We taking it without you. Now put them for saying about go. Let's see to go to brother. Stay who. When you're too much time to go, you will will not tell you. When you're coming, you go protest. I want to tell you. That put them be peaceful. Don't worry about go on us.
and cause confusion and say, all right, people will protest, that they want did it. If you're not taking a salary by your government, you want to protest, say, oh, we're protest tomorrow, go cause confusion. But now who are suffering coming out tomorrow? Say by yourself, who beg you where you're for. If you're a man, you're a policeman or you're a DA man, say by yourself, beg you, don't be problem out tomorrow. Like you're talking about, oh, I want you to know my lead, your voice there, you know your voice. Thank you, my brother, for taking my voice. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Cici, have a nice day. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening, Samantha.
Yes.
Hey, good evening to the peace-loving people of Liberia, and good evening to the peace-loving people of Gopher County. Well, my name is Mohammed Donzo Fana Jr. Well, tomorrow we'll be in our exuberant move peacefully for the protest. We want to tell Mr. Barker that this thing doing this country, we're not pleased with him. He is lieutenant are using our entire resources, has family things. So tomorrow we'll put him to check. So I want to tell all those people from the other side, we the people, I'm a seditious. We the seditious, we are the most tolerant people in this country. So I don't want to say other people saying that tomorrow people will march peacefully and present our petition to Mr. Boakai, who is so evil, his physical morphology, look at our spirit.
Chief, just talk about the protest. That our concentration right now, man. You drop that anger or that vexation.
No.
Listen, we're talking about tomorrow.
I'm not anger. I'm just.
Yeah, my man. That's what my concentration is. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, sorry. You cut the radio off. You give us ear complaint, man. I must have to explain this thing. Everything running. I'm listening to myself. I'm listening to you. So if the phone is too loud, it's running in the earpiece. Tune the radio volume down or cut it off. Then you call. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm getting you.
Yeah, man. It says you are calling from Chocolate City.
Let's hear you, says B.
You know, I wanted the people that will join us tomorrow. Anybody that join or the violent people that will join us, who will beat me. Anybody that will join.
No, don't beat them. No. That can no. No, don't be there. No. Don't beat anybody. When you beat somebody now, then everything chakla right there.
If it's next year tomorrow, we'll catch you and take what to the police.
And you should not even be saying it, because when you're saying these things, the people, they get some brave people, they get some people then who say, okay, they say they will be all, we'll try it. They get people then who can do it because they hear you're talking it. And y'all can go to church and y'all can be telling you say the Bible says life and death lies in the power of the tongue. The same way people, why you say people can take advantage of it. Then say, oh, but what the people are saying, they were calling on the air and say anybody they see in a group who not part of them, they will beat them. You see that how they beat the ball. You see how they beat the ball, then everything chakla. You don't be talking this thing. You leave it. You just talk how you will be peaceful. When you're talking about peaceful, how you will be peaceful, how you will conduct yourself. You see the people, they will be shame said. They will, anything they want to do, they will drop it. But when they hear you talking thing there that they can use, they will take advantage of it. The government already wants the thing to chakla. Then you're giving them a reason for it to go that kind of way. You drop emotion. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Anyway, I call from the Ghana State Francis.
What is your name?
I said I'm Francis. I don't want to go in details, so
you what?
People nowadays.
You what?
I said I'm Francis. I don't just want to go in detail. I'm hunting people here.
So were people hunting you?
Oh, what is it last night? One of our colleagues, 2FN, you know what happened?
So yeah. that means the people will come after you. You have the understanding that they will come after you.
I believe they will not come.
So if you believe they will not come after you, then why you can call your name? The reason you call your name so that the people know who talking, who's speaking. That's all. You are there? You stay there? Okay, she went off. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sam Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm Peter David Castle. I come from under the street in Lower Johnsonville. Thank you for the fascinating discussion.
Mr. Sam Andrew, Joseph Walker, and entire surrogate. And as per the video that you have just played, I think we know them. And thankfully, yesterday we were here, we knew their action. That's why even today, when they are talking, we don't even listen to them. Because we know their tactics and we know that they are not in the interest of the Liberian people.
Talking about the protest on tomorrow.
We are going to conference and also petition our international community. Look at the rampant corruption that is going on in the country. We are living in our country as those we are a slave to their own country. Just like Yuma Bwaka and cronies in government are looting the economy. They are living in flamboyant life and luxury, while the masses of the Liberian continue to live in a gap of poverty and destitution. So they feel that we'll sit down, no way, tomorrow, if they are fully aware, they just have to leave to their houses. Tomorrow is a due date. We'll take the street and petition our international community to expose the corrupt attitude of Joseph Imabwaka and cronies in government. Thank you very much.
Hello. Hello? Hello? The international community is aware that it is every citizen fundamental right. They support that. They are going to watch not only you, how you conduct yourself, but the Liberia National Police, the government as an institution. That is why you want to go in a peaceful manner. It's a non-violent protest. Don't make it or give them any reason to cause stir against you. Hello.
Yeah, Samanju. Well, this is Mohammed Donzo Fofana. Well, Samanju, I want to know when these people to call themselves Council of Elders, when that organization established
Voice,
in this country?
is it Voices of the Elders?
Yeah, the Voices of the Elders. When that organization, established in this country, because it's so frustrating to me. I'm hearing this on the radio saying that they are Voices of Elders. I just want to know, because these people are people friends in this country, and then we will not say that we listen to these people saying that they are educated people. We are more educated than them because their thinking ability is so elementary. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling too. With you. What I can say in Liberia, everything happy, and so say happy Eve, happy July 17th Eve. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
My name is Samuel Johnson. I'm calling from Johnson Zebra. No, my brother, when the people will come in, they came out to say they will rescue nation. And they are already succeed. They become frustration mission, embarrassing mission. All the missions you can remember, they are the people right now. But what we can tell our people, we are already moving around and watch our people for tomorrow protest, and we show it will be peaceful and everything will be smooth tomorrow. And secondly, I get our information, but I cannot watch it or if you get me, I can send my number to you.
Come to the station.
Okay, sir.
Come to the station. You know where we are?
No, until you locate me.
Yeah, come to the station. Just kind to when you come in town. If you are in town already, fine. If you are not in town, when you come to town, just ask for where they get water and sewer. All right, LWSC. Okay, when you stay in for you ask anybody, say are looking for a Kings FM radio station. They will say you at the station there.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you too. Have a nice.
Best in the country now, sir.
All right. Okay. So yeah, man. What kind of country yes so? Whether you part, you're not part, the people not calling people to be a part. They think it's voluntary. If you're feeling the pinch of it, you join. That's why the theme or the idea of the protest is enough is enough. Meaning we have experienced enough of this thing, and it is all but enough for us to say no to the continuing enough. They're not calling civil society people into it. You drop the sycophancy, you drop this lip service thing. Here's the other group saying ahead of the widely publicized July 17 protest, the National Civil Society Council of Liberia clarifies that it is not part of the demonstration and call on the would-be demonstrators to express their grievances through peaceful and lawful means. Law. I see what during Ellen's time that George Bush, he said we need to send sufficient books to LRB because the people saw our society in terms of reasoning. Not that we don't have educated people, but there's a difference between education and reasoning and wisdom. You say you're not part of it. Then you say the would-be demonstrators should express their grievances through peaceful and lawful means. You know, like English here, a hard for some people. You don't part of it, finish. You don't get nothing to say or do again. That your position there is clear. That's why when they put test paper before you, when you try overdoing, when the teacher fail you, then you say the teacher against you. That's simple English. You say you aren't part of it. The National Civil Society Council of Liberia, you aren't part of the protest. So you leave it right there now. Don't go on to say you call on the would-be demonstrators. There's anybody called would-be? You have protesters. You don't have demonstrators. There is a difference between protesters and demonstrators. Demonstration is in a more negative tone than protester. Even God himself used that word protest or petitioner. He said, present your petition. It's the same as protest. Protest means statement. And I'll show you the thing. Let me go there again. So the National Civil Society Council of Liberia, y'all go sit down. We know y'all from time to time. You people have been toothless, insignificant. You're just around that worship organization. You go around the call thank God is mainly women affair. You people have never been significant in this country. It's just opportunistic organization. Y'all go sit down. Nobody calling you in this thing. Why you acting here? Why you jittering? Your conscience not clear. The other person come we're part of the June 17 protest. We moved to clarify that we're not part of it. Nobody call y'all. The thing is voluntary. Everybody that part of this thing, they drifted themselves in voluntarily. Nobody forced them into it. Nobody called. It's not even a political party thing. If you are a political party and you think it's necessary because you're feeling the pinch and you think it is necessary for you to join, fine. It's voluntary. Nobody will push you out. Y'all stop this thing. How must we educate you people who? Y'all say you're educated, man. Nobody forcing. Did Molba Molu call a news conference and say, we're calling on this party, we're calling this civil society, we're calling you must come. If you can come into this demonstration or protest, anything happen, you blame yourself, or we'll hold you accountable, or we'll cut off ties with you? No. It is voluntary. What you're showing up for? Your conscience is not clear or conscience not clear? So you're clarifying all over the place. Have you heard Dillon? And when they were in opposition, when the Al Jazeera journalist asked him about the crowd, he said the number does not matter. Even few persons come out that protest. So we coming out, whatever the number, the impact will be felt. We don't need y'all. Y'all stay, y'all be around, y'all be collecting opportunistically because of your era. Don't be crying. Nobody calling you into anything here. No. The thing is constitutional. So let's close with this. The Keke riders, they've mobilizing. They've convinced their colleagues why they should be part. This is the same government that banned you. The same government that took hundreds of bags from you people that today most of you did not receive your bikes. The same government that beat on some of you people and some of your colleagues lost their lives. That's the same government that don't want you to ply certain routes. That even if a commercial bag, they see not commercial bag or a private bag, they get vexed and start beating on that person before they can even identify or allow the person to identify. They have that hate for you. So if you're set on too, you say you ain't going to be a part of it, what does it? But at least you have a reason to be a part. You have a reason. It is your right. Nothing going to happen. Nothing. Absolutely. So we go home this way with this passionate plea or caution. It is constitutional. Protest is not a war. Protest simply means a statement. Let me not use my knowledge, personal knowledge. Let me use the knowledge of the veterans through the repository of knowledge called the internet or Google. So you hear for yourself. Because they make you to think, they program you, they hypnotize you, they cajole you, they lie to you that it is violent. That is a blatant lie. Protest is all over the place. Even these people, they themselves protest in different situations. In meetings, they protest. In their very house, they protest. At the office, they protest. Protest is all over the place. It is within our existence, not a day that passes by that a person doesn't protest, which means to express one's opinion. It is either to a superior being or to a person who has the right to look into it. Protest is in a house. The husband can protest against the wife can protest. In fact, you find more protest in the house from the women. Some of these people who call themselves voices of the elders, they protest in their houses. So yeah, is it. I just Google it. I'm using my personal knowledge. Yeah, what they said. Protest. They wrote it there. It said dictionary. Go there, Google. Then they say protest. They say a statement or action expressing disapproval of or objection to something. That's what they say. The second one, they say a written declaration. A written declaration. Like the people coming out tomorrow, they say, Mr. President, this is our statement. That's the protest there. Meaning, everything that we have in mind or we observe of this government that's not right in our opinion, we bring it to your attention so that you look at it and address these concerns. They say a written statement. Then, what the third one? They say an express an objection to what someone has said or done. Express an objection to what someone has said or done. The protest. That the women book. Then they say, the next one, they say, the fourth. They said to declare something firmly and emphatically. Emphatically means to say it boldly. In the face of stated or implied doubt or response to an accusation. All these things I read here, all these things I read here, you go on your phone, Google it, just put there meaning of protest. You heard anything like violence, You hear anything like that? 4. Yeah. They gave me 4. You heard anything violent? No. Protest simply means statement. The statement can be oral. That means you just talk it from your mouth. It can be written. You read it on paper, then you give it. Either you dissatisfied with certain things, or you are proposing for certain things to be done. So you are honest, you are bold. Protest is not about violence. Nowhere. But that the government can make it to feel like it is violent, then they use other people. So they say, that's why you hear these people talking, these so-called educated ones. I say so-called because you cannot use your education to hypnotize, to brainwash, to cajole, to make the people feel that this is it. These people are coming with evil intent. They're coming to cause stir. They're coming to bring war, and people are getting ready to run. Because that's how they portray it. When you talk about violence, you know what you're telling the people? You know what you're putting into them psychologically? People use their education to help society, to educate, to advise expressly, to make people to know what they ought to know that they don't know. That's why when we sit down here, we take our time to explain it to you so that you know what to do, so that you would not do what you ought not to do, so that you would do what you ought to do in a more intelligent way. That's one of the reasons for the radio. That's why people tune into radio, to get education. Not only the politics that we talk, but the education also. And that is the main thing that people, that's why people tune into radio. You say, hey, I put a radio on, man. Put a radio on 1 year. What are people talking, or what are the people will talk? What they get to say about this? They want understanding. They want guidance. They want counsel. Or they want to be, they want counseling. You can use your education to cause stir, to put fear in people. When you're talking of protest is violent, protest is this, Liberia has the history of this, you're creating fear, you're creating panic, you're heightening tension. No reason why our society can never improve in any facet. So I beg you, yeah, as we go on, I hold your foot. I'll take God to beg you. God said in everything, we must use wisdom. That's what God said. In everything, we must use wisdom. That's why he said wisdom is profitable. That means it gives you good result. It gives you joy. It brings you happiness. You achieve your goal from it when you use wisdom. I hold your foot. Tomorrow, quietly, no noise, no arguing with any other person. Even if somebody tries saying something to you, don't talk back. Don't talk back. If the truth came at you, and hold your foot. That can, you just leave it right where it falls, you go about your business. Even if it leave mark on you, God will punish that person who put that mark on you. Don't give in. Don't show anger. Don't show emotion. Give the government the benefit of the doubt. And no better way you can do it than just conducting yourself right. That's wisdom right there. When it calls, if, like some of you have said, some of you, when you call, I like that. If the police say, go this way, you go there. If the police say, you don't cross the line, you don't cross the line. That's how you can weaken a person who has bad mind for you or want to spoil your day, that how you can weaken the person. Don't show any resistance, because, listen, the people who are against this protest, they are in the majority. Individuals and institutions, nothing they have in their mind but negative thinking. That negative thinking they have is failure. So that when something happens now, it will give further understanding to what they had said prior to July 17. Then they will be talking, we said it, we said it. That's why we said we opposed to it. You see it. Then you know what's going to happen? The government now will be happy. Then the next time they talk about protest, it will go even against you more than you think it is today. So the government will even come and say, no protest, because July 17, it turned violent, and this happened, that happened. They will capitalize on it. It will defeat any plan you have for any assembly going into the future. The government will be happy, and that's what they want. God in heaven will not come down to explain this to you. God in heaven passes through people to give wisdom. He will not send Angel Gabriel down. Even if he sent Angel Gabriel down, Angel Gabriel will tell you the same thing. I appeal to all of you. I beg you. I hold your foot. You conduct yourself right. You don't give into anything. You don't show vexation. You don't show anger. You don't respond to anybody from outside. I do not know your plan. Your leader or leaders have spoken to you. I'm only adding my voice. Situationally, as we know it, and how we can avoid people temptation. Temptation, that not only when you think the devil doing something to you, the devil can pass through people. Satan can pass through bad people, people who want to do bad. Once you develop bad thing in your heart, Satan happy, he ready to come in. That's why God said, give neither place to the devil. In Ephesians 4, he said, give neither place to the devil. That means don't think about it. Because if you say, oh, the person said this, the person, they're talking to others way, then you join inside to respond. Satan say, good. That's all I'm looking for. Let's move. Police, you move. You take that person, you carry it. Then they say, oh, you see that? You see that? The same thing we're saying. Yeah, there. You see when the police arrested that other one, then they will start giving it. Already they have the media people. They have the media people that will be giving a wrong interpretation or reporting it like you are the one who caused it, because they are being paid to do that. God in heaven can come out to talk to people how you can do it. Oh, he already said it. He said, do it with wisdom. James 1:19, he said, be slow to speak, quick to hear, slow to anger. That means you can resist their anger to cause stir on your side. So I hold your foot and beg you. You can say in laboratory and take God to beg you. Father, I pray to you first. And I'm repeating the prayer before I go. In the name of Jesus, just as you kept the weather sunny day before yesterday and today, it is our petition and protest unto you that you keep July 17, Thursday, tomorrow, sunny. You told us in everything we must ask you. We should lean not on our own understanding. We aren't leaning on our own understanding here, but have given it unto you. Please give us a sunny day tomorrow. This is our protest unto you. In the name of the Father, and for the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. I see you. Thank you all. CDC hour is on at 6:50. And then at 8 o'clock, face the issues with Teacher Light, Anthony Outlaw, A.B. Weah. You don't want to miss it. If God permits, we're back tomorrow. I'm Sam Andrews.